Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we're going to continue talking about dreams, just like we did last time. Maybe between yesterday and today, you had a dream last night or several dreams, and you kind of remembered what they were. And maybe you decided to have them interpreted, or you just kind of figured out it was a fun, happy little dream. It was kind of interesting. So hopefully we've kind of gotten you interested in dreams. I like dreams myself. I think they're great little stories that happen. I don't always try to remember them because sometimes it's like, yeah, that was fun, but I don't really want to remember that. But sometimes I do. So yeah, dreams are useful, and I think they help stimulate creativity.
Oh, yeah, they really can. So we're going to talk more about dreams and the facts behind them. I think it's kind of fun to learn more about the details behind dreams. I haven't really dug into my dreams for a long time, so this will be fun to learn more about the science behind them, too. We're going to start out, as we always do, guys, by reading through today's lesson. There's another question people often ask about dreams. Why are they so easy to forget? Most of us have had the experience of waking up and remembering we had a dream, but not what was in it. This is actually a good thing. If we remember our dreams too well, we start to confuse them with our waking lives. One factor in our memory of dreams is the body's production of the hormone noradrenaline, which is reduced during REM sleep. When our noradrenaline spikes, due to us waking up suddenly, it makes it harder to hang on to those sleep memories. Rarely do people who wake with alarm clocks remember dreams, while sleeping in has the opposite effect. One remarkable experience some people have is called lucid dreaming. This occurs when the dreamer is aware they are dreaming and can control the direction of the dream. Lucid dreaming also has practical applications, one of which is as therapy for recurring nightmares. Dreamers who become lucid can change the dream to become more pleasant, or they can fight back against threats. However, not everyone can have lucid dreams, and uncontrolled nightmares can be disturbing. Younger adults and children tend to have nightmares more frequently, but issues like anxiety, trauma, poor sleep environment, or even scary movies can also increase the likelihood of bad dreams. To keep them at bay, maintain a regular sleep schedule and healthy sleep environment. Ideally, your bedroom should be cool, dark, and quiet. Dealing with stresses from the day while you're awake can keep them out of your dreams. A happy and healthy waking life brings restful nights, so snuggle in and dream sweet dreams.
Okay, everybody, are you ready? Let's talk about the contents of today's lesson. Again, it's the second part of our unit on dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this, the facts behind dreaming. We should mention that sometimes when our parents send us to bed when we're kids, they'll say sweet dreams. Hopefully you won't have nightmares. You'll have dreams that are sweet and fun, and you'll wake up refreshed the next day. So yes, sweet dreams are made of this, the facts behind dreaming. Now here in the first paragraph, it begins by saying, there's another question people often ask about dreams. Why are they so easy to forget? Yes, indeed, this is quite true. Oftentimes we do wake up in the morning and we realize, wow, that was a really interesting dream. It was very vivid and lots of things happened. Boy, I wish I could remember that. But then we kind of snooze for a while. We kind of lay over, and then maybe 5 minutes later we wake up again and we go, wow, I thought I could remember that dream, but I've forgotten it. So yeah, that's the question here. Why are dreams so easy to forget, or why are they so difficult to remember?
Yeah, and so most of us have had the experience of waking up and remembering we had a dream, but not what was actually in it. That's very common. This is a good thing, actually, it says here. If we remember our dreams too well, we start to confuse them with our waking lives. Oh, that's true. Just a couple of months ago, I remember a weird dream. In the dream, I was sad because my father had passed away, but my mom was still alive. I was sad about that, but I woke up thinking, oh, I'll call mom. And I woke up and I realized that, mom was gone and dad was still alive. And it was so real that sense of disappointment was huge. So I can see if your dreams are too vivid and too real, it can start getting confusing with real life. So one factor or one thing, one part in our memory of dreams is the body's production of this hormone, noradrenaline. Now, we know what adrenaline is, right, guys? When you get excited or even fearful, that adrenaline, which is also a hormone, it starts pumping through your body, helping your body get ready for something. Your heart will start beating faster. Maybe you need to run away from something, or maybe you're about to take a hard test. That's adrenaline. Well, this one's close. It's noradrenaline, and again, it's a hormone or some sort of chemical in our body that helps our body work correctly.
Indeed. So if we did not have this hormone noradrenaline, we probably would not remember our dreams. So that's a factor in our memory of dreams, the production of noradrenaline. Okay, so again, if we don't have that production, we're probably not going to remember our dreams. And that particular hormone is reduced during REM sleep. It actually goes down. Now, when our noradrenaline spikes due to us waking up suddenly, it makes it harder to hang on to those sleep memories. So, yes, it spikes because we're woken up suddenly. To spike means to go up suddenly. Sometimes this happens like when, an epidemic happens and suddenly a bunch of people get sick. Then you've got this statistic, hey, new cases of this disease have spiked. They've gone up. There are like 1,000 new cases in just one day. So it spikes, it goes up. If you look at the chart, it looks like a spike pointing up. That's why we say that. And that happens because we're woken up suddenly, and then it's harder to hang on to those sleep memories. Hang on to just means to remember in this particular case.
Yeah, hang on to. Don't let go of something. Hang on to it. Usually we use it in a very literal way, to actually use a hand to grab something and not let go. But we also use it like this to hang on to memories. It's not like you can touch your memories, but you don't want your memories to fade or disappear, so you try to remember them by hanging on to them. We'll also hear people say, hey, hang on, which means don't go anywhere, stay here. Maybe someone's walking away and you aren't finished talking to them. Hey, hang on. Or maybe you call someone and they want you to go find somebody that they can talk to. You could say, oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, I'll go get them. Hang on to, of course, is a preposition meaning don't let go. Hang on to something tight. Rarely do people who wake with alarm clocks remember dreams. I think this is interesting. It makes sense, though, although this morning that's not true. I woke up to an alarm, and I was right in the middle of a dream. I wanted to finish, so I went back to sleep. So, it doesn't happen so much if you are in kind of a deep sleep and then the alarm goes off, They say they don't remember their dreams as well. But if you sleep in, that's when you do remember your dreams. That's accurate as far as I'm concerned. If I sleep in, my dreams are really crazy.
Notice here the writer here wanted to stress the word rarely, so we need to do this with the word do. Rarely do people who wake up with alarm clocks remember dreams. We could rephrase that and say people who wake up with alarm clocks rarely remember their dreams. But because we want to put this word at the beginning of the sentence for emphasis, then we have to use this construction.
You could also use the verb are, though. We use that a lot, too. Rarely are these people, in trouble because blah, 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 blah. But rarely do, if you want to start your sentence out a little differently. Because we don't see that so much in writing by second language learners or third language learners.
Rarely do I eat in night markets. I rarely eat in night markets means the same thing.
That's not true for me. I love the night market.
Well, I like them, but I don't really have a chance to go to them too often. But in any case here, yes, indeed, the point is that if you are woken up with an alarm clock, you probably are not going to remember your dreams. It's rare for people who are woken up suddenly to remember their dreams. But if you sleep in, if you snooze for a while, then you're probably going to remember those dreams more.
A little easier, yeah.
Yeah, so here in the next paragraph it says, one remarkable experience some people have is called lucid dreaming. Now, this is a remarkable experience. Dreams themselves are pretty cool, but this is a special experience, so it's remarkable. Remarkable means it's extra special. It's something worth mentioning. It's something worth remarking about. So, remarkable, significant, something worth mentioning.
Yeah, another similar word, or as we like to say, synonym, is notable. Remarkable, notable. I want to caution you here, too. Remarkable and notable don't necessarily have to be positive. It could be negative, right? He's a remarkable idiot. You could use it just to say it's not average or normal. It's something that people would make a comment about. So it's a remarkable experience when people have these things called lucid dreaming. In fact, I was looking in the dictionary and it's actually a psychological term, lucid dreaming. It just means you experience a dream as if you're awake. You feel like you're awake and you're aware of that you're dreaming at the same time. And you're able to control your dreams as you dream them. This has happened to me. If I don't like the way a dream ended, sometimes I will force myself to go back to sleep. I'm kind of in that barely awake state, and I will change the ending of my dream.
Yeah, so that means you're kind of more proactive about your dreaming, I guess.
Oh, we should explain lucid too, guys. Lucid is a word, it's an adjective. It just usually means that someone's able to think clearly, express themselves clearly. Sometimes if you have a brain injury, they'll often say, oh, he's not lucid. Kind of crazy things are coming out of his mouth.
So this is clear dreaming where you control the dream yourself. Most of the time, of course, we're passive in our dreams. Things are just happening and we let them happen.
Yeah.
But if you're lucid dreaming, you're actually conscious in your dream and you kind of, take it in the direction you want to so that it can tell you what you want to learn and stuff like that. You can control the direction of the dream. And we'll talk some more about lucid dreaming in just a second. But right now, we're going to take a break and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hello, my name is Shelby. 关于梦还有哪些秘密呢？首先，我们来讨论一下为什么会忘掉梦境。我们看第一段的第4句的地方，有一个因素呢，影响我们的梦境记忆，是身体会产生一个荷尔蒙。好 ，factor 是因素，相当于 cause 因素 ，element 因素。In our memory of 在我们的记忆所及，如果把 our 省略掉，变成 in memory of 是纪念或追思的意思。产生的一种荷尔蒙叫做 noradrenaline。adrenaline 是肾上腺素 ，nor 是去掉没有的意思，翻成中文去甲基肾上腺素。这个东西呢会被 reduced，reduce 是降低，相当于 minimize 或者是 lower 的意思。好，第5句的地方，当这个荷尔蒙 spikes， 这里当作动词钉或者是像钉子一般的突出，我们把它引申成急速上升。这荷尔蒙急速上升，由于我们突然醒过来，它就让这个保留这些记忆呢就变得比较难了。好，我们来看一下动词片语 to hang on to 是保留保存，后面直接加受词。我们举一个例子，你应该保留这幅画，它可能会很值钱，就可以说 You should hang on to the painting.It might be valuable. 那些突然醒过来的人呢，很少会记得梦境，而那些睡懒觉的刚好相反。Rarely 是几乎不否定副词，如果它放在句首，这个句子我们要形成倒装句，它的句构是否定副词，例如 seldom 几乎没有，或者是 hardly 几乎不，再加助动词，例如 do 或者 did、should 等。再加主词，再加原形动词，拿这个句子当例子分析。Rarely 加 do 加主词 people 后面加一个 who 的形容词子句来修饰，然后动词原形是 remember， 后面 while 是连接词，表示然而虽然的意思。在句子上下文意颠倒的时候，就用这个副词连接词来连接，也可以用 whereas来表达相同的功能。Sleeping in 呢是一种非正式的语法，它表示睡懒觉的意思。我们举个例子，我通常星期六要睡到很晚才起来。I usually sleep in on Saturdays.
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're talking about dreams, sweet dreams. And when we left you, we were talking about something that's really remarkable, kind of notable here, is something called lucid dreaming, where people who are dreaming, they're aware they're dreaming, and they can actually control the direction or what happens in their dream. Lucid dreaming also has practical applications. Oh, that's interesting. If it's practical, it's something that is really happening in real life, right? It's not just a dream or a theory. It's practical, has something to do with real life, and application is used in different ways. Here we're talking about how you can use this lucid dreaming in your real life. Application is also used for software. Oh, what kind of application is that you're using? Oh, it's a video editing application. It's just software, another word for software there. So how do they actually use lucid dreaming? Well, they use it in therapy for recurring nightmares. That's interesting. Maybe I never really used this lucid dreaming for my nightmare, and I've mentioned it, is getting out on stage and forgetting the words to a song, and everybody's there, and I'm embarrassed, and it's terrible. So, yeah, it's therapy for people who have nightmares. Therapy can be physical therapy. Maybe you broke your leg. Let me use a knee. You injured your knee and you have to go to rehab. They help you exercise it so it gets stronger. Therapy can be different things. Here we're talking about therapy for your mind, right? And how you work through these recurring nightmares. A recurring nightmare is something that happens again and again and again.
Yep, it's something that happens over and over. It's a bad dream. Maybe you had some violent experience in your life. You were in a war or something like that, or you experienced a murder or something like that, and you keep having these nightmares every night, over and over. You always wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So you need to talk to a psychologist, and they kind of help you with therapy by teaching you how to do lucid dreaming to get in there and control your dreams so that you don't have these recurring nightmares over and over again. Now, dreamers who become lucid can change the dream to become more pleasant, or they can fight back against threats. So maybe they can go in their dream there and face their fear. For example, if they were attacked by somebody in real life, maybe in the dream they can fight back and beat the person, or they talk to the person and say, hey, why are you attacking me? You shouldn't be doing this to me. It's wrong. And in your dream, maybe you can resolve this problem. So in the future, you don't have those recurring nightmares anymore.
It says here, though, not everyone can have those lucid dreams. That's a shame because they really do help. And uncontrolled nightmares can be disturbing. Just in my experience, younger kids or young adults are the ones who have these nightmares more frequently. I think as kids, you believe in lots of scary monsters. And sometimes if you see a cartoon that's maybe a little too scary for you, or movies. I remember as a kid, my mom was really careful not to let us watch scary things because it really bothers their sleep. I know a lot. If they watch a scary movie, then they go to bed and oh my goodness, they can't sleep. Yeah, so a lot of these recurring nightmares actually tend to happen to younger adults and children more often. But if you have issues like anxiety, maybe you're a nervous person or you're under a lot of stress at work, maybe you've been through some sort of trauma. Tom mentioned people who have been attacked in real life. That's horrible. Or maybe you were in a fire, or, there are lots of different things where you experience trauma, trauma. It could be anything that's mentally or physically harmful to somebody. It's really distressing. It's a deeply disturbing experience that you go through. I know some doctors, they treat trauma patients. The emergency room is often a place where people who have experienced really horrible injuries, they'll often go to the emergency room, and there are trauma doctors, trauma physicians. Maybe you have a poor sleep environment. Maybe you're too hot when you sleep. That can bring up nightmares. Or, like I mentioned earlier, scary movies. I try not to watch really scary movies right before I go to sleep. And I'm an adult, but it still bothers me a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I heard people talk about the movie The Exorcist, and they had bad dreams or something like that. So because I've heard these things from other people, I've decided not to see that movie myself.
Don't see it, yeah.
Evidently, it's quite scary. But in any case here, sometimes scary movies can affect your sleep. You're going to have nightmares. It will increase the likelihood of bad dreams. Now, here we've got the word likelihood, and that just means how likely something is to happen.
The possibility of it, yeah.
Indeed. So it will increase the possibility or the likelihood of having bad dreams. And to keep them at bay, to keep them under control so that you don't have these bad dreams all the time, maintain a regular sleep schedule and healthy sleep environment. So yeah, don't let your boss make you work overtime until midnight or 1 a.m. every night. Get back home and get to sleep, and also have a healthy sleep environment, not too hot, not too cool. Take a shower before you go to bed, make yourself nice and comfortable, and ideally your bedroom should be cool, dark, and quiet. That might be easier said than done for the summer here in Taipei, at least Taiwan in general because it's so hot, but if you don't mind paying extra for air conditioning at night, yeah, it should be cool. It should also be dark. Don't have a lot of extra lights. Tell your neighbors to be quiet at night, and you should be able to get a good night's sleep and not have bad dreams.
I'm actually amazed at how well I sleep if the room is really pitch black. When I'd go home after college and stuff, my parents had a basement and there was an extra bedroom down there, and there was no light that came into this room. There were no windows. And wow, in that basement, I would sleep in sometimes till 9 or 10. It was crazy. And some hotel rooms, if the hotel isn't so loud and disturbing you that way, sometimes the curtains are really dark. I can sleep better in those too. I wanted to talk about this phrase, keep something at bay. It's an interesting one. I was looking up where this came from, and bay, is that little area of water that comes close to the shore, right? That's a bay. If you keep something at bay, you don't let anything in the water come onto the land. Think of it that way. So you're trying to keep something out or keep something from coming any closer. You want to keep germs at bay by washing your hands and wearing those masks and keeping yourself as healthy as possible to keep someone at bay. That's a really good phrase, and we use it quite frequently. You'll see it now that you're learning it. I've noticed when I learn new words, not in English, but in Chinese, I'll pick them up more as I'm outside because now I know what that word is. But if you don't know it, it just kind of goes over you. So remember to memorize these and then try to see if you can pick them up in some of the English programs that you see or movies that you're watching. It's kind of fun that way.
That's right. So again, we're talking about how to deal with bad dreams. So dealing with stresses from the day while you're awake can keep them out of your dreams. So yeah, again, this is probably easier said than done. If you've got like a high stress job in, stock market investing or something like that, it's kind of hard to keep your stress at bay. But, you might be able to do other things like take up yoga or do exercise and keep your mind off all the trouble of the day.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to get a good night's sleep and have those sweet dreams, and you won't have those nightmares. And a happy and healthy waking life brings restful nights, so snuggle in and dream sweet dreams. Snuggle here just means to get yourself comfortable on a sofa or on a bed with a nice warm comforter, blanket and stuff like that. And indeed, night should be a time when you can sleep well and have those sweet dreams and leave the stress for the day. Okay, that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. Time now for our Chinese teacher.
第二段呢，我们要介绍一个清醒梦 lucid dreaming。lucid 是清晰的、清楚的。到第3句的地方，清醒梦呢有一些实际的应用，其中之一呢就是做一些复发噩梦的治疗。好 ，practical 是实际的 ，application 指是应用，它的动词 apply 常见的片语，例如 apply to 加某个东西表示应用在什么方面，也可以写成 apply for something 表示申请的意思。现在是名词，做字尾变化 application。好，后面的 which 就是指这个 application。其中之一呢是当成 as 是介系词，表示充当的意思，一种 therapy 治疗。 为了一些 recurring nightmares，recur 重复发生，现在呢 double R 再加 ing 变成它的形容词，表示反复出现的、不断发生的。recurring nightmares 就是指一直做同样的一个噩梦哦。我们看第3段的地方，来探讨如何睡个好觉。在第2句的地方，年轻人和小孩往往都会比较容易做噩梦。好，我们看到一个动词片语 tend to 后面如果加原形动词，像这里加 have， 表示往往或经常、倾向于的意思。例如说，在我国冬天往往很寒冷，就可以说 Winters tend to be cold。好，如果 tend to 后面呢加个名词的话，它就变成照顾或照料的意思。护士照顾病人 ，nurses tend to the patients，the patients 是名词。接着后面说，还有一些像是焦虑或者创伤呢，也会影响我们做噩梦的可能性。Trauma 是创伤，有一个常见的短称 PTSD。创伤症候群，其中的 T 就是指 trauma。好，后面的 likelihood 可能性，它的形容词是 likely， 通常主词是用人 likelihood 相当于 possibility。我们举一个 likelihood 的片语 in all likelihood 表示几乎肯定的，一切几乎会按计划进行，就是 in all likelihood everything will go to plan。我们再看第3句的地方，有一个片语 to keep at bay， bay 是海湾的意思，把什么东西放到海湾上不要靠近，就是阻止这件事情。这里的 theme 是指这些噩梦，为了避免这些噩梦再度发生，我们要规划好我们的睡觉时程和营建一个良好的睡觉环境。好，我们再补充一个例子，比如说锻炼身体能够防止发胖 ，exercise can keep fat 肥胖 at bay。 另外这个 keep 也可以用 hold 来表达， hold at bay 意思是一样的。以上是今天的讲解，谢谢收听。
That's all the time we have for today, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully you will all have sweet dreams tonight.
For English Digest, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tom. Goodbye.
See ya!